This week's episode of the multiple award-winning Here For It podcast is brought to you by Four Loko. Oh, yes.
Tread lightly, bitch.
The drink that tried to kill me in college.
You older than me. Ooh.
Is returning with a 14% alcohol seltzer.
I was gonna say.
And I am not here for it.
I'm used to Alka-Seltzer. That's the only seltzer we recognize.
This sounds like a setup from Donald Trump to kill the rest of us before Election Day so he can get the numbers down. I'm not here for it. I'm not falling for the trap. Do not fall for the trap of this new Four Loko that is 14% alcohol.
All that bubbly stuff. You could go get some champagne, man.
A seltzer?
You can do a budget Pinot or something, girl.
This sounds like a trip to the emergency room. And then you have to, if you drink like the full can in like an hour.
And they have to pump your stomach.
Ugh.
The ER admission already. And then the sheets in the hospitals cost $1,000 a day. No.
Hopefully you don't shit on the sheets. It's don't come back out. No. And then don't y'all do it, children.
Shout it out.
Say no to Four Loko.
But I do love Four. They don't even sell Four Lokos in DC. I haven't seen any.
They sell a different like batch. Like it's not the higher alcohol percentage.
Look, that's like not our legislators.
So say no to Four Loko.
The Senate ain't doing no work. They don't need to be going to the store to get no Four Lokos anyway.
Neither is the House of Representatives, but that's another story for another day. I am the Superman, TheeSupaman, AKA Tuxedo Mask Top, BKA Sailor Uranus.
My name is Ronald Matters. Follow me on the internet at Ronald Matters. And of course, RonaldMatters.com. I have a question for you guys. I'm putting together my birthday playlist. So which application should I do it on? I don't have Apple Music. But if y'all ask me, I'll do Apple Music for 2 or 3 months. I think they probably offer me 3 months for the price of 1 month anyway. But I do have Spotify and I do have Tidal.
And Google.
The girls don't have Google Play Music. But what I'm going to do like a birthday playlist on the internet this weekend. So tell me which music apps I should. And if you recommend Apple Music, I need you to go to patreon.com/here4pod and donate. Because, look.
You can get it off of LimeWire.
Apple Music off. How old are you?
You can also find me on the next episode of Queen Radio, which we discussed over on our Patreon. Like Ron was just saying, get over to our Patreon if you would like the content that we talked about as far as Nicki Minaj versus Trina, and or if it is a beef or not. But you can only hear that content over on our Patreon.
And it's Wednesday, down to the evening hours, and Trina still has not went live at time of recording. So we don't know what Trina said. After y'all listen to this, leave us comments and tell us what Trina said, because we want to know. I'm
going to be asleep. Because if something tells me she's going to be up at 1 a.m.
Trina still
after she done lit the blunt, and then she's going to get on to the live. I'm going to sleep.
She'll go out to the balcony like she did in the last video.
Light the blunt. Anyway, our icebreaker this week is Whitney Houston's birthday was last week. What is your favorite Whitney Houston moment?
She was somewhere performing and she brought Barbie Christina out. And Barbie Christina had ran across the stage. She's like, my baby, y'all. And then Barbie Christina ran out. And then if I remember right, y'all, I've been drinking tequila. If I remember right, Barbie Christina was still on her arm and she gave the mic to Monica to sing. I think Don't Take It Personal had just came out. And she let Monica do a ooh. And then she gave the mic back to her and Whitney was like, ooh. And then and then I think in the same breath, she had walked over to the left side of the stage and gave the mic to Brandy and let Brandy do a ooh.
Because they were separated at the time?
What we gotta do, separate. Talk about me and you. Come on, the Kelly Rowland remix.
Separate.
Come on. But, that was when Whitney was on the stage, brought Barbie Christina out. I forgot what she was performing, but it was like in the back days.
We'll have to look for that one.
Yeah.
Mine is obviously the iconic interview with Diane Sawyer because my good sisterin was definitely high. Diane knew it, she knew it, and we knew it.
The cameraman knew it.
Everyone knew it.
The producer knew it.
And Whitney was just going to act her way through it and pretend that everything was okay.
Huh?
Diane was like, look at these pictures. You look like you lost a lot of weight. Whitney was like, I'm small framed or some shit like
she
that.
said, I have a small frame.
I have a small frame. I was like, Whitney, you know goddamn well what these pictures tell. And you out here playing in front of the camera. So that is my favorite Whitney Houston moment. I am not saying I approve of the drug use. I am just saying it was comical.
It was great
legendary.
Television. It was great.
It was legendary.
ABC got their ratings on that night.
And so that is one of my all-time favorite Whitney Houston memories. I have so many other ones, but that one's just my all-time
The Wendy Williams interview also.
Yes.
Woman to woman. Sweetie, we've done the same thing. Your man cheating on me. Your man cheating on you.
We did the same drugs. We've been out here in these streets.
Not that we endorse any of what's happened, but it was an amazing moment in radio.
It arguably might have set up Wendy Houston.
Woo!
Wendy Houston.
Woo!
Wendy Williams' career, because that was like her show was just getting off the ground then, and for her to have that kind of smoke with a celebrity of Whitney Houston's caliber made other people continue to tune into the show, which may have made it what it is today. So
I wonder if her biography, Wendy's Got the Heat, is available on audiobook. Oh, pause this podcast. Hello. Open Audible. I'm about to see if Wendy's Got the Heat is on Audible.
Wow. Our word of the day while he's
We need
doing
an
that,
Audible endorsement.
we do. I'm gonna get to that when I get to my altar call here in a minute. Our word of the day this week is scream hood. Scream hood. Have you heard of a scream hood?
Wendy's got. I don't care about this podcast. We got to see if Wendy got the heat on Audible. Oh, no results found. Fuck you, Wendy.
Wow.
I gotta pick my iPad up, my notes on there. What's the question?
A scream hood.
This sounds very KKK.
Ooh, no.
Pre-inauguration. Are they is there a lounge area in the KKK ceremony?
No.
Oh.
Scream hood, aka a deprivation or bondage hood, is a fetish hood. It may be made from rubber, latex, PVC, spandex, Darlex, or leather. It's a full-faced hood, typically used for the practice of head bondage and to restrain and objectify the wearer through all senses. So it is the type of mask that we saw in the last episode of Pose, where Elektra's client wanted to be just left alone, where he couldn't hear shit, see shit, see shit, smell shit. And he couldn't get away. He
peed in the costume.
And he peed in the costume. But the hood part of the costume that was over his head is called a scream hood or deprivation, aka bondage hood. So that is why it is our word of the day. WERD. Thank you guys so much for your support of this ghetto ass podcast. This podcast is not free. This podcast is work as well. And we thank our previous donors who have been awesome in supporting it. We have one donor in particular that is coming up again, that will be sponsoring future episodes, and we thank them so much.
Thank you.
Once that sponsorship comes up, I will let you guys know about it. But if you would like to see this podcast continue, please get over to our Patreon, and for at least $1 a month, you can contribute to keeping this podcast on the air and on the necks of the oppressors, colonizers, and xenophobes, because that is what we are trusted to do. If you would like to continue to support this podcast and you ain't got no money, you can at least subscribe. Subscriptions help, likes help, comments help. We appreciate it. All shares with your community helps. Also, if you have a business that you would like to be promoted on this wonderful platform, hit us up to talk details to be a super sponsor.
Shout out to 6 for Luxury. We love them.
Yes. We love
First
all
of all,
of our
I
sponsors.
need to hit 6 for Luxury back up and tell him I need a new scrub. Those face scrubs. My birthday coming up, and I don't want to have no pimp. Do you see this one right here? And I got one over here somewhere.
Yeah, it's like a horn.
I stopped using my 6 for Luxury.
Yeah.
I need
And the devil is whooping your ass because of it. Look at that. Our affirmation this week is you will always be a child.
I could say a woman. Okay, but a child. Cool.
You're gonna
take this somewhere.
I am.
Speech.
Embrace learning at whatever age you are and be okay with making valid mistakes. You are never too old to make mistakes. You will always make mistakes. Your last mistake will be the day that you die. That is the last mistake that you will ever make. After making those mistakes, recalibrate and figure out how to not make those same mistakes and grow in your childhood. That is our affirmation this week. Last week, we reported on the assault of Alicia Love here in the D.C., Maryland, and/or Virginia area. DMV.
Is there an update to that?
Yes.
Thank you.
Now, video evidence has come out proving her story because, again, a lot of times when these stories happen, we don't believe the victims. We don't believe it happened the way that the victims say that it happened. All of the above of all of that bullshit. But there is now clear video evidence. It's not even like black and white. It's not even like
is it in 4K?
Staticky.
I was gonna say 4K.
It might as well be in 4K. It is clear as fuck, the video evidence. It's on WashingtonPlay.com right now. If you go over to their website, you can see the video at the end of the article where they're talking about it as well. But you can see crystal clear images of some of her attackers. There were other attackers that weren't on the video, but you can see them walking around outside of the gas station where she was. And you can see that there are numbers of these boys that were attacking her. And so the number that she reported is accurate. We got clear facial pictures of at least 5 of them. So the police are actively looking for them right now, which is a good thing.
Amen.
Though they weren't wearing MAGA hats, this is still a hate crime. So I was reading the comments of the video, and many of the commenters were other black people that were saying that this was not a hate crime.
Here we go.
And these boys should be given the same treatment of other white boys that do similar crimes and all of that, yada yada yada. Fuck that.
I feel like Cardi B. What was the reason? There was no reason. As a manager of a club, I already know to expect drunk gay people. As a manager at the gay club, when I get off work, it's gonna be drunk gay people outside. I already know
this was not even drunk gay people.
Overreacting girls.
These were straight boys.
And so when y'all come with me with like they're not even gay girls, the patrons of my club, it's like heterosexual people. First of all, why are y'all out at this time of night? Don't you got some pussy you could be getting, some sleep you could be getting, some
drugs to be doing,
some rent money that you could be making? Like, these aren't even my people out here attacking me. Like, these are girls from left field. Like, what are y'all doing? What is going on? And I know that as a manager of the club, she's worked there for like 7-8 years, if my memory. Oh, God bless that. But so she's very managerial fish who manages the money. So she knows she's got to leave work and be safe and watch her surroundings and all that. Girl, I'm just trying to get off work at 3 a.m. and go home. I done sweated out my perm down to the club because the new Ariana Grande single was cute. So, what is going on? It is a hate crime because I'm a transgender woman. Not to change the subject, but to change the subject, I am George Johnson on Twitter. There was 2 gay boys down to the bus stop in a video that he reposted, and then it was like 4 or 5 straight dudes was like, hey, bruh, going on somewhere for that shit, with that shit, that gay shit. So, Weedy, I'm waiting for the L2, the M3, the one that go downtown, the L train. I'm waiting on, and right here is where I wait for it. But the gay guys were like, we don't even want no drama. We're just going to move around. And the straight people recorded for 2.5 minutes where they cackled, laughed at, berated the 2 gay guys for being feminine presenting, not having on the new Aniche Pele Pele whatever. What are the girls wearing? I don't know. Is Pele still a brand?
Wow.
And like
You asked how old I was.
we just exist. Main point. We just exist, and people are uncomfortable with us, and we don't do anything to people, and they just hate us. And so it becomes a hate crime. So through your reporting, thank God there's a video.
Yeah. Again, the assailants were young black men, appearing to be under the ages of 18, appearing to be between the ages of 15 to 18.
Okay.
So, the argument that this is not a hate crime is homophobic in itself.
Motive.
If you
Motive.
don't think that they targeted Alicia because of the way she looks, the way she presents, or where she was coming from, you are part of the problem and not part of the solution. This is not well, we're going to keep the family secrets in the house type shit that your parents would say. Because that's really what the comments were kind of giving me. Like, well, since these are young black boys, we're just going to keep this internal, and, we're going to have a strong talking to them. Don't call the police. No. They need to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law for this shit. It is not okay for them to do it. It is not okay for their behavior to go unpunished, for other boys to see that they can also get away with the same type of shit. And if we don't prosecute them, it will signify to other boys, black, white, brown, and or yellow, that they can target a trans woman at 3:00 in the morning and they will get away with it. So,
and if they're doing this to trans women, biological women is up next. Hello.
Or already a part of that. So this is hatred, and I refuse to not call it out, even if it costs the freedom of young black men. I apologize for the way that sounds, because I know that sounds trashy, but I do believe that they need to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. MTV has finally gotten tired of Kid Fury and Crystal Smoke. Kid Fury and Crystal have been on MTV's ass for the better part of 3 years about getting Missy Misdemeanor Elliott her Video Vanguard Award. And I guess someone over at MTV finally listened to an episode of The Read.
Ooh, girl, listen to this retweet. I got like 12 retweets about this.
And they were like, well, we were going to give it to Taylor Swift this year, but I guess Missy can get it.
There was a rumor that J-Lo was going to get it, or did
J-Lo already got it
last year?
Yeah, J-Lo got it last year.
And they was like, no shade to J-Lo, but girl, no shade.
What are you doing? So really, the years should have been switched. It should have been Missy and then J-Lo, because that is the way that those careers came along.
Cool. Because my question is, after Missy, then who?
They gonna bring it right back around to Taylor.
I was gonna say who?
They're going to bring it back around to Taylor.
Okay, cool. I guess Todrick can perform at the dedication.
Ugh.
I don't know. What are y'all gonna do? I don't know.
I am excited because I can't wait to watch the show, because I know Missy is going to put on a show. I would like to hear Can't Stand the Rain. I know I may be one of the few girls that want to hear that. And She's a Bitch. I want her to do both.
She's a Bitch.
I want her to do both of those. I want her to do the video aesthetic for She's the Bitch, specifically because girls that have not seen that video should see that video.
That was a thing.
So
$1 million thing.
She's a Bitch, Can't Stand the Rain. I want to hear those.
What she did with Beat Me 911, I know it was 702 Acting Like the Dolls, and then it was Timbaland and Magoo. Oh my God, they have to be a part of it too, because there was a whole movement. Beat Me, where they were
ticking.
There has to be a thing, so a partial 702 reunion. Rest in peace to the member that we lost. But she's gotta have special guests. And
she could do an Aaliyah song too.
I want to see the special guest. No hologram.
Oh no, please no Aaliyah hologram. No. She can do an Aaliyah song without Aaliyah hologram.
They're gonna.
I'm ready. All I'm saying is I'm ready.
And I'm just like, award show, no to hologram. We've said no every time.
Look, we got Tupac for y'all. If it's not,
the Billboard Awards brought out 5 Madonna holograms, and we were like, sweetie,
the real Madonna is around here still. What would they do? Anyway, next up, Twitter.
Is the real Madonna still around?
Actually, she has transformed.
Check
so,
on her. Check on her.
Twitter posed a curious question that I thought that we would address. It was a popular thing that I saw got over 2,000 likes and about 1,000 retweets. It said things that annoy you about being a gay man. So, I figured that we would cover a few of them if we got a few of them.
Okay.
Because I think it's a real thing of how we can better
Create
other
space for discussions in the gay community.
that, as well as create better paths for younger gays coming up behind us if they get to our age, because this world is burning fast.
We about to become mothers. We about to be indoctrinated. Is that a word? Indoctrinated.
Before we become the next Pray Tell and Blanca, and we're gonna get there.
What annoyed you about?
What are the things that annoy you about being a gay man? So I think I'm annoyed. I won't say most, but a big annoyance is the consistent comparison to hetero relationships that gay men have to face and have to not be a part of at the same time. It creates this cycle of damage, or feeling not as good as, or feeling like you are an imposter because you're not like the stereotypical hetero relationship of a man and a woman, and you're never gonna be. No matter how hard y'all try, you're never going to be in a heterosexual relationship if you are with a gay man or bisexual man or pansexual, anybody else that identifies along the spectrum that's not heterosexual. But I think that, one, sexuality is different between gay men. Norms, gender norms, all of those different things are different between homosexual and heterosexual relationships, and that's why applying the standards of a heterosexual relationship to a homosexual relationship is annoying as fuck. Hate it. As a gay man, you do have the duality of femininity and masculinity. You can figure out what you want to be more open about. If you want to be more open about more of your femininity than your masculinity, that's also a choice. And you can also decide what you want to display and what you don't want to display. In heterosexual relationships, that is extremely very hard to do. It's hard for a heterosexual man to be, oh, well, I'm kind of feminine. Then a woman's gonna be like, what?
And her friends and her family.
I don't think I want to make children with you.
Not to procreate. I thought that's what relationships was for. I thought that was the purpose of marriage.
So
procreation.
So they don't have that luxury. We should bask in the luxury that we do have of being able to do both, be feminine and be masculine, be in between, be a butch queen, be all of those things, and be happy about it and comfortable in that space, especially in relationships. So, I thought that was a important thing that they were talking about and debating on Twitter, and of course they went, and some girls was just like, fleeting. I'm like, that's the thing that annoys you about being gay? Is fleeting? That thing? That one thing? You need to be a top then, girl.
Lauryn Hill, she made a career out of that. That thing?
Wow.
Two things for me. Shit, I forgot one of them. Memory. Definitely, for me is bottom shaming. A dick is gonna get hard and somebody's gonna have to take it. So shaming or seeing someone as less than because they are the receiver in the encounter of sex is dumb to me, and that's why I always say I'm the Kim Kardashian for bottom reform, #justice for bottoms. I say it loudly, I say it proudly, because the dick gets hard and somebody have to take it.
Well, see,
and so
being the Kim Kardashian of bottom reforming is not really good because she only does this like sometimes.
I only get a point across a time or two. Look, and Kim Kardashian has only got a point across a time or two. She be loud all the time, but she only get a point across a time or two.
Okay.
And if I can do that, that is justice for the LGBT community. That is justice for bottoms.
Okay.
That's why I say that. And also, what you were just saying is not exclusive to heterosexual relationships, because making it about sex. In some sexual encounters, some men like pegging. Some men like to get their butt ate. And in some other relationships, the man don't like his butt ate. He don't want you to stroke his prostate. That sounds like look at me rhyming. And also, some girls will let you fuck them in the ass. Some girls will only on anniversaries and birthdays. There are different sexual encounters in relationships, and it's not about being heterosexual or bisexual or pansexual or demisexual or any of the other versions of sexual. And also, I would like to be a home woman, and you go get the money, because there's also those girls that's like, my bottom will not pay rent in my house. Huh? I'm a strong, independent black woman. And so someone who's going to be my partner is going to have to accept Ronald Matters has his own views, his own vision for his life. And my job is to support his vision. If they come across with my vision some kind of way, and I don't own him, he is not property of mine, because his mouth bad. And child, I'm going to have to see if I can just go out sometimes and know when to shut my mouth. That's what a real relationship is about. And this not...
Are you working on that? Are you talking to your counselor
Call
about
me back. Call me back. I'm going to see.
The symptoms are still present.
But that's not exclusive to a heterosexual relationship. And so for people to be like, douching is getting on my nerves. But girl, don't douche. There's girls who also claim that they don't douche. They just watch what they eat that day. And some girls like, well, if he going up there, it's an ass. There's girls, that's not exclusive to a heterosexual or a homosexual relationship.
Well, this is not sexual health yet, but I'll just jump right in on that. So I had a conversation with Jason Zhu. Jason Zhu.
He's coming to town soon.
Yeah.
We're in discussions. Okay.
And
I saw this, I was like,
More later, Jan.
More 11.
So the conversation Jason Zhu and I were having was about his process, because he, at that point, he was
award-winning
performance. As he's versatile, but at the time he was doing more bottoming than topping in porn, and he was also someone that was of the tribe of not having to fleet or didn't fleet before scenes and personal sex. And so he said because of his vegan diet, he was able to track his bowel movements.
Come on out.
And then
don't come on out. I don't know.
Well, nothing came on out because he did it on video.
He has an award-winning career, so.
So yeah, to that. I forgot why we got to that tangent, but tell us the things that you feel like annoy you about being a gay man. This is a gay ass podcast, and we would love to hear from you gay ass people listening. Next.
He said, let's start. Y'all get on my nerves. Let's start a thread for girls who wear glasses. Let's start a thread for.
It's a trap. It's a trap for girls to gain clout and followers.
This thread says, this is for girls with thighs. Look at his thighs.
Oh, okay. Well, he shouldn't be in the thread.
We gonna call him back.
No, we're not gonna call him back. Actually, block his number. And that's actually what I'm getting to next. Delete and block ignorant, transphobic people. I have been in skirmishes.
Ooh,
this past week.
It's cute.
There you go. Look at that. Look at you, spelling bee champion.
I was in the spelling bee.
Okay, you didn't say you won, but you said you was in there.
I was there.
I've been in some skirmishes this past week because my mouth has always been bad.
You got a podcast.
And
you got a YouTube channel.
When I see shit, I say shit. Huh? I'm not one.
Trina better watch out whenever she go live.
I'm not gonna say nothing about my Sagittarius sister. I think depends on what she gonna say. Anyway, when I see shit, I say shit. I don't just scroll past and be like, "Oh well, bless them." No, because sometimes people need a little tongue lashing to learn something.
If you post it on social media is a social network.
Yes, and so I see all kind of shit on my timeline, and when I see shit, again, I have to say shit when it's just ignorant.
Or when it differs with your values.
No, because
you like to provide your own opinion. You like to have a healthy discussion.
Even if
you're not closed out to a healthy discussion.
No, but I do those on here where I'm paid to do those discussions. Not on Facebook or Twitter. But those discussions are different than when I see something transphobic, homophobic, xenophobic, blah, 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 where I see that it's a black person or it's a black gay person doing it. And I'm like, bruh, you the one that you should be on our team. What are you doing?
Huh?
So I saw someone post this past week, this ignorant piece of trash person posted a picture of MJ Rodriguez, aka Blanca from Pose, before her transition. A picture of her as a boy. Mm-hmm. An unflattering picture of her as a boy.
That's why I hate the internet.
No, this is why I have to get girls together. Uh-huh. And I did so under said picture. And after I got done dragging, I deleted and blocked him.
Hydrate, girl. Sip this water. You turn into Mother
Elektra.
Mother went to her.
We're gonna get there. I promise. But I saw there was like some people commenting before I grabbed him by his wig, saying, you know, I can't believe you would do something like this. And oh my God, why would you do this? Why would you say this? You know how wrong this is. And obviously he should have gotten the message by like 40 comments of that later, but he didn't delete the post because he just said, well, I'm learning something about myself. So if you are learning anything, then you would have deleted the post by now. And so since you wanted it still up on social media, and I am who I am, and I've read these comments, I saw your original context, well, give me a wig. Because you are here asking for the smoke. And by now, you have not gotten stung by enough bees to get your ass out the goddamn hornet's nest.
I don't like bitches that delete their comments though either though. Leave it up. You said what you said. Leave it up.
But if you gonna leave up something transphobic,
get this dragon for 3 days.
Yeah, well that's what happened, and I assume he's probably still getting the dragon.
Get the dragging. Well deserved.
But take this stupid shit down if you are really about the learning process. If you are really trying to learn something or you didn't know something.
I'm just not for the girls deleting their social media. I don't know.
Because the internet is forever. Somebody screenshot it.
I don't know.
He ain't gonna never run for president and we not know that he said this stupid shit.
There's pictures I deleted off my Insta and I can search my name on the internet. The girl's like, Picshare.net. Ronald Meadows posted this in 2013. First of all, Instagram was a different platform in 2013. So I deleted this picture because I couldn't say what I'm saying now.
You deleted videos too.
One's with you, bitch.
But when you are really trying to learn something,
leave it up so other people can see that. Other people can see that.
Other people can see you being stupid and transphobic.
Don't say things like this because you will get dragged. Post your IRS press release and make that your last post for a few days. After my post on Dominique TAR Jackson's profile, I am bearing witness to the dragging, and I have gone to YouTube.com and I have watched channels including this, that, and this, and I am a different person now. I appreciate it.
But a different person now would not leave that shit up on their timeline.
Yeah, because y'all some scary ass hoes.
No, I have evolved about different things. People that have been following me for
having blonde hair. Thank God you evolved beyond that.
I haven't evolved past that. I'm still thinking about it. And so I've evolved on many stances and things that I've said and put out in social media. But if I ever said something that was too problematic for me to defend, then I would definitely delete it.
Okay.
I can say that that's why I go over to Here For a Shop right now. You can get you a problematic shirt as well.
Yeah.
I can say and stand up in me being problematic. Do I think that I said anything or did anything that was homophobic, xenophobic, transphobic previously? No.
Okay.
If I did do those things, then yeah, I will go back and take that shit down because that's hurtful. That's hurtful to other people that aren't MJ Rodriguez. MJ Rodriguez don't know who the fuck he is and probably will never know who the fuck he is. She's up here on cloud nine with millions of dollars, looking beautiful, booking shoots, booking her next shows. Rodriguez. She is going to be unbothered by this.
Show.
She is going to be unbothered by this, but there's going to be another trans girl or boy that sees this stupid ass transphobic bullshit that you posted and be like, well, I guess I shouldn't post my pictures.
You also got to leave it up for all those responses. This person left this trash response, and there was so much opportunity for education.
The opportunity for education would be, oop, I did something wrong. Let me move. Let me get this shit out the way. Okay, so let's say if Nicki Minaj did the same thing, you would tell Nicki Minaj to leave that shit up?
First and foremost, this shit is on YouTube. Nicki Minaj can delete it from her Instagram stories, but that shit has been already reformatted to MP4 and uploaded to YouTube.
No, so you would not tell
the same way Instagram comments don't die, which I just said. I've deleted Instagram photos, and this shit still lives on a imgur.com or something a database.
The space got it. But it's about if you are really trying to learn something from it, you would delete it.
But why did not?
Because Nicki Minaj got an album coming out.
Why did not other people the space to receive an organic education? And
you had the space. If the space was you left the post up for an hour and you got stung by 40 bees,
I learned something.
That was the space enough for you to learn.
I would appreciate for other people to learn something from this.
So what about the trans person? No,
I'm asking.
No.
Okay.
Because the 40 people that stung his ass before I got to his ass.
Here we go.
That taught him and the people that were watching and commenting enough about the subject, because it should be obvious that you don't do stupid shit like that.
Okay.
It should be obvious.
But
it
he
obviously
also
was
responded
not
to those comments and said that he was learning.
Oh no! He wanted to fight back in the comments.
You said that he said he was learning.
Yeah, he said he was learning to the other people's comments, but when I told him this is ignorant, take this bullshit down, then he wanted to fight in the comments, and then he was unprepared for the fight because I showed up with.
It took a left turn when you got involved. Okay,
I showed up with an M4 and he had a knife.
Okay.
But I disagree.
Okay.
Humbly disagree. So also, if you guys agree with me, let me know in the comments of this video if you agree with Ronald Matters. Let him know.
Because I've made blog posts with girls like, you need to delete this. This is an embarrassment to the LGBT community. And as a blogger, I go, hey, as a blogger, what I do, I create space to have conversation. Oh, here go Ronald Matters exposing another DL pastor. Well,
what's the intent?
Let's have the conversation about the activities that DL pastors do, because clearly if this is on trend for me, then clearly this ain't the 15th pastor that I've exposed, according to y'all's reports. So what is going on in the religious community that you guys need to face and come forward with, instead of me having to face and come forward with, girl? Because I'm doing my job as a girl, whether I'm an uneducated girl, if I know all the laws, and girl, you can't sue me behind it. So
actually, they can. Some of them sent you a cease and desist.
I've received a few cease and desists, but not from no pastors, and literally from no pastors, because I definitely say like, hey, this is the culture, this is what's going on. Do I have an uneducated opinion, or what do you guys think about this? And you have to create space for conversation, but that's just because of what my job is. And so maybe as a consumer who's just having an perceived ignorant opinion.
Oh no, well,
their goal with their comments that they leave and blah 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 blah.
No, the
intent is different.
Again, that's what I'm saying is intent versus impact is two different things.
That could be true.
And so if you write a blog post talking about the culture of DL pastors, the intent is not to
purposely shame one person.
No, yeah,
but this is the
like
culture in
you're not
the
outing,
whole profession, sir.
The intent is not you are outing this DL pastor, this DL pastor, and this DL pastor. The intent is not that. And so that's why that impact is different. The intent that this person posted just a picture of MJ Rodriguez on the night that Pose comes on, before she transitioned as a boy with no comments.
She's like, girl, I'm gonna get some interaction on this night.
The intent was homophobia and transphobia. So that's why the impact
I'm gonna get my follows up
was what it was. And so that's why you need to delete that bullshit. It's not you learned on that night. That was anyway. Moving right along. I put that story right before our Pose review because
girls trip.
We do need to protect the image and the what's the word I'm thinking of?
What's the word, Toya?
The credibility of the stars on Pose. There has never been a show like Pose ever before.
Agreed.
Ever. And if they get robbed for these Emmys, we will know that they earned them. We should be defending these trans women and trans men because nobody else will. Nobody else will. And I will defend MJ Rodriguez. I will defend India Moore. I will defend Dominic Jackson till my dying breath because they are pioneers. They are pioneers, and we should defend them. We are recording a day late.
Why you confess that? I was like, shit, we're not even going to address that.
Yeah, we are. Because we thought we was going to be slick and watch last night's episode of Pose and review that today so that we would be caught up and then we could do the same thing next week.
I'm tired of being late with my Pose review.
Yeah. So we decided we were trying to play catch up for you guys and recorded a day late so that we could do that. And then they put out this episode that happened last night that was very meh at best. We'll get to last night's episode, but first let's cover the episode from last week that we didn't cover yet.
That too? Oh shit.
Yeah,
I'm not prepared.
Apparently.
What happened?
Pray Tell needs to be a mentor or a bae. He cannot be both.
You got the whip up. Was that the right song to play right there?
Absolutely. I went off. Okay. The whole soundtrack, that whole episode, I went off. One of the songs is the song for my soul this week.
All right.
FYI.
Moving forward. Because I was just like, the soundtrack. They get the soundtrack right a lot of times, but that time I was like,
oh, they hit.
Summer 91, this was the song? Okay.
Oh, they was hitting it.
Literally.
We got...
He said, I think I want you to do me. And I was like, you want him to do you?
Fully verse lives matter. I'm so happy.
It wasn't an ageism thing. It was just like I don't see him topping me. I didn't see Pray Tell topping me.
You didn't have to. Ricky did. And Ricky got that peen.
Relationship. Look, this is why relationships is, I don't know. Who topping who in this one? I don't know.
You ain't supposed to know. You're only supposed to know if you're in that relationship. But this was the first time that we got to see a fully versed session on TV.
Prime time.
Of two HIV positive people. Again, this show is a pioneering show. These are pioneers. We had never seen it before, and we don't know if we ever gonna really see it again. So Pray Tell and Ricky are in a serocordant relationship, not a serodiscordant. Serodiscordant is where they come from two different...
One person is positive, one person is HIV negative.
Statuses, yes. Mm-hmm. They are of the same HIV status as we know of now. There are still dangers in doing that, but there's comforts in it as well. The dangers are you don't know which...
Who has HIV-1, who has HIV-2, which strain
and what medications are y'all both taking.
Which one is more aggressive than the other.
Those are real conversations to have in HIV-positive serocordant relationships. Whip appeal took me out.
Okay. When Blanca found out, though... Went to the Sunday dinner.
Hold on. Ricky takes Pray Tell down Old Town Road. And then Pray Tell flips it and reverses it to give us this black fully versed scene that was memed all over Twitter before I could actually even see the episode. and I had already knew that Ricky was fucking the dog shit out of Pray Tell.
We have to record late next week. And I was like, when I got that text, I was like, yeah, we're going to have to record late next week because they doing scams. And I keep being late to the party.
I lived. Poppy, thick thighs save lives.
Where?
In that episode, it was him.
Thick thighs?
Oh, yes, he has some thick ass thighs.
Okay, cool.
In that episode, him and Angel were in the bed, and he was in his tidy whities with his leg all cocked up. Ugh.
Keep it.
I'll take it.
Keep it, girl. It's yours. It's yours.
Thank you. I claim the victory. Angel is moving out. Angel has moved out. I thought that was a big moment that happened.
Shout out to the homeless trade finding them a house. Like, you got this blooming ass Molly career. I found us a house for $425 a month.
Okay, I want to know where he found it at. He said it was his homeboy, but was this house listed on Craigslist or Zillow?
Sweetie, there was none of that back in '91.
It was on Backpage. The cat daddy stroll that Pray Tell did after he got the dick and the ass from Ricky the night before, and he went to go meet the MCs was everything as well.
I've taken a lover.
Where the fuck did you get this language from? Okay. I was glad to see Pray Tell happy because we have not really seen Pray Tell happy. We've seen Pray Tell lose 2 other lovers. We've seen him be an alcoholic mess. We've seen him be depressed. We've seen him be everything but fucking happy for 2 seasons. And now we finally see him happy. And so I'm happy to see him happy. I hated to see him consider to sabotage his relationship with Pray Tell.
Who?
Pray Tell to try to sabotage his relationship with Ricky.
Oh, okay.
When he was talking to the other MCs and they were judging him for how old Ricky was, and he was like, "Oh,
he's
girl,
20."
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, girl, I'm just, it's a temporary thing, you know. I'm just doing it for a little while, you know. And then I'm gonna break up with him." Like, no, you actually happy. Why are you telling these queens your business?
And one of the girls was like, well, fuck these other late queens. You do what makes you happy. And I was like, okay, I was glad to see that. There was one other queen at the table who, at the end, was like, fuck these other hoes. Do what makes you happy.
Yes. And that's where he should have been from the get-go because...
That's where all of them should have been.
Girl, one of these girls at the table ain't have but $2 to give. She had $2 that she could pull out her wallet.
To buy trophies
for the pageant, the ball, and you got $2, and you got words.
Let me call you back.
You have opinions on what I'm doing in my bedroom? I think not.
Have your opinions about this patch.
Have your opinions about finding more dollars to give to this ball so we can actually have a ball. I can't buy no trophy with $2. I was happy to see Damon's mind trick of punishing Ricky fall flat on its face.
What'd he do? I don't remember the other last. Oh, child, the tequila. So what happened last week?
Damon was playing the mind trick of, oh, I'm just gonna break up with you for a little while and
bring you back around.
Bring you back around.
You with the puss.
And
you can come to Sunday dinners with the family.
You know, I'll bring you back around and let you think you missing something.
You can hang out in the VIP section with us at the ball.
And Ricky got that ass together and was like, oh, well, girl, I already got another boyfriend. I wasn't waiting on you. You were waiting on me.
I'm fucking the host of the damn ball.
Okay. I'm about to win. The category is closed.
The category is mine.
So I was happy to see that stupid ass mind trick fall apart.
Justice for bottoms.
Okay. But I was still happy to also hear. I'm getting there. I was also happy to see the conversation of HIV disclosure happen realistically between them, where you saw Ricky was afraid of actually saying the words that were coming out of his mouth, but he knew he had to, and then you saw Damon being angry
again.
Upset.
I'll let you back in my life and you do this again.
And it was a conversation that obviously needed to be had. I'm glad had happened on this show because a lot of times in real life these conversations don't happen.
Trey, don't call me.
And you find out when you get down to the doctor's office and you think everything's all good and everything ain't. So
and it take 2 weeks to get your test results. I said 2 weeks. When I went down to the place, girl, I wanted my results before I left. Imagine back then they had to wait 2 weeks for their, and imagine how many people. A lot of these men have had sex within that 2 week time, so they've been exposed again.
Yeah.
Or the virus has mutated in their blood, even if you
they've gotten exposed to other viruses, which changes their HIV diagnosis if they have more than one other virus, multiple other viruses, which we've talked about on previous podcasts. But moving right along,
co-infections.
Co-infections.
There we go.
Moving right along to the best moment of the episode was the fight down to the table after Damon graduated from dancing school. The first thing that he said,
my own sister, literally,
was, "I'm cleansing negative energy out of my life, and it is essential." And then Angel said something stupid, and then he was like, "I can start with you first."
Whoops. My own sister.
And it just went downhill from there.
My own sister.
Obviously, Angel was still doing coke at this point. I'm gonna get to yesterday's episode once we finish this episode. But on this episode, Angel was still obviously doing coke. She had the sweats. She was just saying shit, slick mouth.
She had to throw the thingy at the window, I thought.
Yeah. Lulu caught her doing coke again as well. So I'm not sure that this habit is kicked for her, even though in yesterday's episode she's saying that it is. Mm-hmm. But now that she's again out on her own in her own house, I don't know.
Come on, Patty.
I don't know that the habit has really been kicked that quickly. Damon read the whole house. Damon had a read for Lulu, a semi-read for Poppy, a read for Blanca, reads for Pray Tell, told Elektra to sit down and shut the fuck up. He had reads for everyone.
How about you get the fuck out?
How about you get the fuck out?
She had got up and left with Poppy, but was standing in the hallway. Get the fuck out.
They still want to hear the tea. And then the memeable moment was when he was talking shit to Pray Tell, and Elektra walked in and was like, "Oh,
because you fucking him."
Yeah, yeah, that's how I know, because I'm fucking him. Pray Tell.
I'm like, "Oh, the truth jumped out." And then Lulu was like, "Oh, girl, this house is a mess."
Her and Dominique stayed to further collect the tea that was going on as well. I gagged when Damon had the courage to talk all that shit to Pray Tell's face, but then when Pray Tell ran up to whoop that ass, he ran on the other side of the goddamn room behind his mama. I was like, you had all of these words, and then this old man run up on you and you running. Ma'am, what are you doing? What are you doing? Elektra, so it got to the end of the argument. Elektra is now berating Pray Tell, talking about house mothers and fathers.
You're a legend in the
don't
scene.
Sleep with their kids. And
he's not my son.
She is a motherfucking lie because every house that I have ever known, the house mother, father, uncle, brother, grandfather, somebody is fucking somebody.
That was supposed to have been changing the culture. That was supposed to have been the change of the culture.
Oh no! If this was the early '90s, and so they were still fucking them in the 2000s. So Elektra was lying.
I was a part of a house for 3 months.
No, you weren't.
I was.
House of who?
I'm going to keep this on myself. We could discuss offline.
Girl.
I was a part of the house for a little while. Mm-hmm. So, and it was, they're still trying to change the culture. It's like, it's 2006. Y'all still trying to change the culture. Something that's been going on 40 years. Y'all trying to change the culture.
No, the culture is they gonna fuck within their house.
And
that's not, I'm not saying it's a negative
I know
thing.
91 they were still fucking, because in 2006, for those 3 months when I was trying to change the culture, LOL. Girl.
I thought that the double standard of...
Let me tell you, this nigga unlocked his pics on... He sent me some pics like 2 or 3 weeks ago and asked me to send him the ride for an Uber. So, Weedy, I live 750 miles away. And you having some unlocking some pics and sending me a link for an Uber? No.
Okay. Back to the poser review. There was a double standard.
And we still trying to change the culture.
There was a double standard for Angel doing the drugs and getting to stay in the house, and that was bullshit from Blanca. And again, like I said,
her doing sex work was also different for Angel than it was for Poppy.
Yeah. But it was different for everybody else in the house. Everybody else in the house had different rules than Angel. Angel consistently has fucked up the rules and consistently has just gotten a green light from Blanca. And I think it's because Blanca sees herself in Angel.
She said that.
And so it don't make it right. It's still bullshit.
And it's not okay.
Wow. Damon is out here about to be a 007. 00000000.
About to go on tour in Europe.
The depression of having HIV is very real. And having a support system through it all is also very important. And so that's why I still give a thumbs up to Praytell and Ricky, because they went over that at the end of the episode, was needing each other because they didn't have anybody else that they could really confide in about the serious health issue that was killing everybody around them. A lot of people around them, not everyone.
50 funerals in 1 week? Girl, I don't got that many off days.
So they needed someone to be a trauma partner.
Is that healthy?
Yes and no. Yes, because
Short
if
term.
you are, because if you're living with a terminal illness, it's palliative care at that moment. If it's a terminal illness, if this is not terminal and you're gonna live for 20 years, then having a trauma partner is not helpful. But ask your,
how do I know? No, Whitney. How will I know?
ask your therapist or psychologist. Look up trauma partners for yourself. I am not a licensed professional in that subject. I am just someone that has been to a lot of fucking counseling in my life. So I will say for short term, having a trauma partner is healthy, because if you don't know if y'all gonna be alive for 2 months or 2 years, it can be healthy to have someone to depend on and to confide in about those things, about the shared trauma that y'all both have. If you're gonna be here for 20 years, then no, you got to get your ass off that crutch and start running.
My
But
600-pound life, you're gonna want to end up on there. So you gotta get up and start
But
running.
talk to your licensed therapy and psychology professionals about that. I am not a licensed psychology or therapy professional. I am just someone that has been to a lot of
with a podcast.
therapy. I have been to years of therapy, so some of the shit I'm saying I'm just regurgitating from said licensed professionals because they told it to me. The soundtrack was everything. Like we've said, of
episode
course,
was good.
It was an amazing episode. Blanca's empty nest now. She ain't got nobody there but her.
And what was the song that was playing when she was sitting there by
We're not saying that because that's a song for my soul.
Okay.
Nope. It's a song for my soul.
Look at this.
Okay.
What is going on?
Yesterday's episode was a breather in between that episode of having all of that happen in one episode, and now what we're gonna have next week with the season finale.
It's a time jump, according to Zam Van Adams. And I saw that in a headline somewhere. It said it was going to be a time jump for the season finale.
Yeah, we'll see.
So wow. I thought he was a liar. So not to call her, I guess, a liar, but
wow.
I was like, no, Zim, don't tell the truth like this. And it turned out to be true as well. He said the series will end in 1996 when the HIV/AIDS drugs get better. I was like, oh, look at Zim and Van Adams with the exclusive.
But this also does not help my tinfoil hat theory that they're about to kill somebody.
I saw that.
I have been saying
I saw that
for months. And then in this last episode, they gave Blanca love. They gave her happiness.
They burned down
She lost her salon. She didn't got no kids at home no more. All her kids are technically grown and out the house now. I feel like they're gonna kill my girl. It's in the tea leaves, my loves, out there. I want to be wrong. If I am wrong, next Tuesday night, I will be happy to be wrong. Mm-hmm. But I feel it in my shando that they're going to kill my girl for this season finale, and I am going to be in pieces.
Okay, so this week's episode review.
This was basically the Elektra episode. Featuring Blanca and Adrian's courtship. Adrian took my breath away. and gave Blanca her breath back.
Lifeguard tease.
On the beach. He was everything. He had a cute butt. He looked like he was like 6'2", 6'3".
You gave
something
him
tall to look at.
Wow. Okay.
Oh yeah. Latino-ish fish. Adrian was the highlight of the episode for me. We talked about at the beginning of the episode the deprivation hood that Elektra's customer was using, whose house they ended up staying at. So that was the highlights for this episode for me. I liked seeing them on the beach. I liked seeing India More be fishy bitch, and I liked the conversation that they had around
girl power.
Trans women who don't feel comfortable in overly feminine clothes. So when Blanca showed up to to Elektra's apartment that stank because that dead man is still in her closet.
The dead man's in the closet.
She talking about his pine candles. When Blanca showed up, she had on her cute little tomboyish beach outfit.
She said, "Bring me my nerve pills."
And Elektra was over it like, "Girl, who the fuck is this? We're all out here looking like Victoria's Secret models, and then this girl that came up here looking like my girl."
Blanca was like, "Everybody's not like you.
Yeah,
I can't present and pay." Sweetie, if you don't go, the model had to tell her to go put on a skirt. Okay, girl, look, this how you finesse the gig. You go put on a skirt, a long form skirt, and then so that way you can give you a little shade. If you
she could have still wore a bikini and a sarong. You know, like how big girls do it. Like, I don't want all my stuff out, but it's hot. This coochie gotta breathe.
Hot, sis, literally.
So,
and she was the only one that wanted to get in the ocean when they got to the beach.
And like you, almost drowned.
More at 10. Did Trina go live yet? We need to check. We're recording y'all, but we still trying to see if Trina went live.
So that is my poser review for yesterday's episode and last week's episode. We will be late again next week because the season finale is coming on, and we want to make sure we review that in a timely fashion for you. Last but not least, arrest Ed Buck. Ed Buck is still walking around here on city streets, and as we have been talking to y'all about all year long, he is a nuisance. He is a predator. He does not deserve to breathe the same air as me. And I am personally offended that his ass is still out here on fucking city streets.
So on Kanye West's property, he put up some dome houses he was testing or something. Kanye West was like, I'm going to do something cute and innovative. And don't you know them girls had filed a nuisance? They had reported this. They got a file. Kanye West got to take these damn things down.
And this is land that Kanye West owns.
But for somehow, 2 men end up dead. And Ed Buck ain't got a report for fingerprinting. He ain't got to call somebody and just give his side of the tale.
We arrested Andrew Caldwell for a failure to appear and speeding violations. Andrew Caldwell done got up off of the city streets for a failure to appear and a speeding violation. First off, he should be in jail for a couple other things. But the fact that they got him for that, sure. But Ed Buck has killed multiple people and has attempted to kill others. And we still can't figure out the reason.
We can't even just get him to call us back.
Actually, if anybody has Ed Buck's number or direct connect, actually you can tell him to call me. I am available for services.
Ed Buck,
because if the police won't do it, I will. I'll leave that there.
Okay, this week in social studies, we're gonna talk about Alabama. There's some good news out of Alabama.
There's some good news out of Tennessee as well.
The joke's right there. I'm lying. Ain't no goddamn good news.
It is good news out of Tennessee, though.
Oh, okay. Out of Alabama, which has anti-LGBT laws on the books that state classes must emphasize in a factual manner and from a health perspective that homosexuality is not an acceptable lifestyle to the general public and homosexual conduct is a criminal offense under the laws of the state.
What century are y'all in?
Alabama, where do you rank in education?
Low,
We're trying to educate the kids.
real low.
And we can't. We tried to can, but we can't. Because dumb shit like this. So then it came out that Illinois will be the fourth state in the U.S. that will that will require LGBT history be taught to students of the state in Illinois. Joining California, which was the first state back down to the 2012, with the Fair Education Act, Fair, Accurate, Inclusive, and Respectful Act.
Word.
Shout out. But this year, 2019, New Jersey and Colorado, and now Illinois. Oh, girl, we on the fast track. Oh, to the LGBT history inclusion. Come on out. So what was it? Equality Illinois. Because I was wondering, I was like, well, what will they teach? Who
will write the curriculum? Because they ain't nobody called me.
Or also not in Illinois. See, they got the NEA. They got girls. They have a whole national education association.
I'm a gay historian, though.
Oh, maybe they should cover you. Who knows?
Yeah, I have. I have touched a lot of gay people. I know a lot of gay things.
There was a meme that said like when in the South when they say that he a little touch, that mean he got mental illness. So you touched a lot of gay people, that mean you got the mental illness.
No, that means I counsel the mentally ill.
New Jersey signed the bill in 2019 January. Colorado did like the first week of August, and now Illinois last week. But Equality Illinois had recommended some people for the curriculum because they're like, well, girl, we stand behind this. So here go a few people y'all should talk about. They talked about Bayard Rustin. The Equality Illinois recommended Bayard Rustin because he's a legendary civil rights advocate. Mm-hmm. He stood beside MLK, Martin Luther King. Mm-hmm. They also recommended Jane Addams, who was a social worker and women's suffrage advocate, back down to the 1919 and the 1910 and all.
She a lesbian?
She was a lesbian. I want to say because I don't have bisexual in my notes. She might have been a lesbian
or a trans woman.
Lesbian.
Okay.
So back then, kids like during the industrialization era, we was just starting warehouses and all that, and children had to work, and children went to work instead of getting the education because the families couldn't afford it. So Jane started Hull House, Hull House, in Chicago, and she said, hey, instead of sending your children to work in the factories, come get them some education, so then that way they can be better later for later generations of your family. Yeah, and better educated for the workforce. So shout out to Jane. And it was also recommended by Equality Illinois that they teach about Society for Human Rights. In 1924, Society for Human Rights became the first gay rights organization in the United States. And I was like, well, girl, let me go find 2 or 3 sources for this. But it turned out to be true. I was like, child, check my sources. My sources are not Instagram. Well, sometimes your sources can be Instagram. But anyway,
so that's why I know you lying, because you just you waiting on Instagram Live to tell you about your next source.
Trina, how you feel? We still waiting for Trina.
See, you can't trust all these bloggers, y'all.
But it got me to thinking, what other LGBT icons, organizations, or movements should be recognized? So I started looking around, and apparently the consensus is somebody named Alan Turing. Turing was a British mathematician who invented the modern day computer. Everybody was saying this. Multiple sources, sites, things, MLA format, APA format. They were citing him. But and then I ran across one website that said that, first of all, y'all always talking about Josephine Baker, but the erasure of her being bisexual. Even though she married 4 men during her lifetime, she did identify as bisexual, and she was involved with women during all 4 of those marriages, ma'am. Well, I don't know. I wasn't there. But Josephine Baker, just even if it's mentioned that she was bisexual, that y'all already give her props for being iconic, but tell a little bit more about her story.
Yeah. Tell the part where you had to be married, whether you were a lesbian or gay or not, to be successful in business spaces at those times. And so if you weren't married to someone in a heterosexual relationship, people would be looking at you funny like, I don't know if I want to invest no money. Why are you
a well-rounded woman?
Why are you 35 and not married?
And then what do you look like as a woman not married back in 1920?
Yeah.
The last person that I found, and I was like, put this in my notes, is Kathy Cohen, who currently specializes in gender and women's issues. She received her PhD from the University of Michigan in 1993.
Michigan.
And her tenure from Yale University. She was previously a director of the Center for the Study of Race, Politics, and Culture at the University of Chicago, which is also in Illinois. Because y'all didn't know Chicago was in Illinois. Y'all aren't well educated.
That's only Donald Trump that don't know that.
Shout out to Kathy Cohen. So who else are some other LGBT icons, movements, organizations that we can recommend? Because even when I was saying that Illinois became the fourth state to require, I keep saying allow. Wow. I'm so used to being afforded the opportunity, but to be required to teach about LGBT history. What other things should be required to be taught? I was like, wow, I should really write this down. We can form our own Here For a Podcast curriculum.
Janelle Monáe.
Shout out to that. That's social studies this week. Leave us some comments. Who else should be required to be taught down to the school? And what grade? Because I'm like, well, I know the girls going to do their Black History project. I don't want to be telling third graders about bisexuality. What grade would be appropriate to talk about bisexuality? 8th grade, maybe?
Yeah, let's say sometime in middle school, anytime you're talking
it out.
Yeah, I think in middle school, anytime that you would give a sex ed class, if you're already talking about sex, you can talk about sexuality.
Well, in some states, like Alabama, you're not given opportunity.
That's the land that we don't go to. You know, when Mufasa was telling Simba, you have all of this over here.
Everything like this.
And then that shit over there that's in the dark, that's Alabama and Mississippi. Don't go over there.
There are 6 states with anti-LGBT laws. And
that's the dark place.
Arkansas.
Dark place. You don't want to go there anyway. Shout out to our Arkansas, Alabama, and Mississippi fans. I'm praying for your liberation.
Woo!
This week in sexual health, I figured since we always talk about, not always, but most of the time we talk about HIV and STI prevention, but we haven't talked about what to do if you made a mistake or several and have now been diagnosed with HIV. Since the numbers continue to grow, despite...
In our community.
Yeah, in our community. Despite me coming onto this podcast every week talking about PrEP and prevention, the numbers continue to grow, unfortunately. So there's a list that is on pause.com that I thought was exceptional. If you happen to be diagnosed with HIV and don't know what to do next. So first on the list is seek an HIV specialist. Often, no.
Oh.
Pray Tell is still down here doing Chinese herbs and shit. No. Not that is not helpful to some people.
Eat the butter. The butter will make the HIV go away. I was like, Pray Tell, the 80s was problematic.
That is also a no. I'm not telling you that you cannot do your holistic medicine at the same time as being under the care of an HIV specialist. Typically, HIV specialists are infectious disease doctors who have been studying HIV specifically for a number of years and know a lot about the virus, know exactly how to track the virus, exactly how to track what virus strain is in you, and what you need to do to get your numbers to untransmittable levels. So the last thing a lot of people do want to do when they are diagnosed with HIV is see like this doctor and then this doctor and then this doctor and all these.
Is it true? Is it real?
Right, all these hoes are telling you're gonna die and all of that shit.
What is going on?
Go directly to the doctor that you need to be talking to, an infectious disease doctor with history of treating people with HIV. It is extremely easy to Google them. It's extremely easy to ask around and find out who they are. Go directly to them, especially if they are already in your insurance networks. So that is the first thing. Have your doctors talk to each other. If you have multiple doctors, if you have an HIV specialist and you have a primary care doctor, they both need to be talking about what your care plans are. So one should not be prescribing you something without the other one knowing what you're being prescribed, and vice versa. So make sure that both of them have each other's information. They have your full history and chart, and make sure that they continue to have a dialogue between each other, because something bad can happen when one of them is not talking to the other, and they often don't do it on their own. Consider the HIV treatment that you are taking. You might hesitate at first to start HIV medication. Like Ron was talking about, Pray Tell and Ricky are currently on the holistic route and not the actual meds, because at the time, AZT was the only thing that was really available, and AZT was also killing people. We fortunately don't live in that time now. There are lots of different medications that treat different types of the virus in different ways, that you can really try one, and if you have bad reactions for over a month, you can try something else that will still treat the virus and keep you alive a lot longer. So consider the actual medication, even if you want to go down the holistic route as well. Do both of them. Isolation will kill you faster than HIV. Oftentimes people get ashamed that they have tested positive for HIV, or really any other STI as well, and don't want to talk about it, and go into a depression, smoke all the weed, drink all the drinks, do all the other drugs, instead of going to treat the problem. And that is only going to make them more sicker by isolating themselves from the actual problem and facing the problem. If you face the problem, you can get the virus treated a lot faster, which will help your survivability, instead of waiting 2 months in a depressive state of, I can't believe I got HIV. Okay, yes, pick yourself up off the floor right now, get down to an HIV specialist, and also your holistic medicine if you're going to do both of them. But do not isolate yourself because of the disease. And if possible, find a support group. Lastly, support groups, like we were talking about with Pray Tell and Ricky, are extremely helpful, because you don't know what you don't know until you hear it from a group of peers that may have been living with the virus a lot longer than you, may have been surviving for 20 years. Magic Johnson's out here still. And it might be a really good idea to be in those type of support groups, so you can see other people that are HIV positive and hear their stories, know that you are not a statistic, and feel love and meet friends that can identify with the same thing that you are going through. Do not establish a trauma partnership out of that. Y'all should have friendships. It should be about more than, you got HIV, I got HIV, let's just be depressed about that shit together. It should be about more than that, but you can still find friends with commonalities in these support groups. And so I thought it was extremely important to talk about that this week in sexual health, because we talk about prevention, but obviously prevention does not equal people not being seroconverted, unfortunately. So please share this part of the episode with your friends that may have been recently diagnosed with HIV, or if you yourself have been recently diagnosed with HIV, please take a look at the article. It is extremely important. Keep yourself alive. That is this week's sexual health.
The song for my soul this week is a blues ballad by Trade, confessing that he might not be man enough for you. It came out down to the 1969.
Oh, okay. So this was before Tony Braxton's "You Not Man Enough for Me."
Yeah. like at least a 35, 40 year precursor. It's called "The Choking Kind"
Ouch.
by Joe Simon. I gave you my heart, but you wanted my mind. Your love scared me to death, girl. It's the choking kind.
Ouch.
Whatever you want, girl, I hope you find. That hat don't fit my head. It's the choking kind.
Well,
This came out summer of '69. And it was a slow groove. It was a summer jam. You like those slow. It was more about the lyrics than it was about the vocal performance. It was more about the groove.
well, he also had a deprivation hood. See, look at that. You see how that came back around?
Yeah, the lyric. He was like, "Girl, that hat don't fit my head." I was like, "Ooh, the condom don't fit. It's the choking kind."
He had a big ass head. Huh?
And also like the kind of love you wanted. That ain't my kind.
Don't apply here.
Shout out to Joe Simon back in 1969. The choking kind.
I don't even want to know where you got that from.
I was exploring the blues. Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you anyway because I have a podcast. Okay. So I was exploring the blues charts, and I was looking up like I wonder like some of the more underrated Aretha Franklin songs, and then so I actually got it to like the top. Is actually a album, a playlist or something like the 30 Aretha Franklin hits. But then I was like, okay, so what else was out during that time? How did Aretha end up having the hit during? What was her competition? Like, okay, so Say My Name sold 12 million records, but what else was out when Say My Name was out? Was Say My Name just that girl, and these other girls didn't compare?
Well, Aretha did Beyonce before Beyonce. Aretha jumped back and forth actively from R&B, soul,
gospel,
to possible, to
I
said possible. Gospel.
Yeah.
It is possible.
It's possible.
Possible. To gospel, to rock. She did some rock songs. And then back to R&B, then back to gospel, and then just saying, okay,
And
well,
that's
girl,
why
I'm just gonna do my greatest hits until I write something else.
What is it called? She's
Transcending.
she's
Transcending.
transcending genre.
Yeah. Oh, transcending genre. Yeah.
So I was like, well, what is going on? So like this, I don't even remember what song was out around this time, but I was looking at, well, why was Aretha that girl? What else was out? I was going around and doing my little work.
Googles.
So I was like, what else was out? I was like, oh, I actually like this song. It was number one. It was number one on the R&B singles chart back to the 1969. I was like, okay. But Aretha, I think like 2 weeks after that, an Aretha song hit number one. So I was like, okay, well, that was out around the time Aretha was out. So I was just having my Aretha Franklin moment. It got in a, what they call it? When you do
Rabbit hole.
Yeah, I got in a rabbit hole into something else. So shout out to Joe Simon. He did his thing.
Workout. The song For My Soul, again, like I said, came from last week's episode of Pose. It is a power ballad for the power ballads of every other power ballad. It is the definition of a power ballad.
Unbreak My Heart? That's how it breaks it?
No.
Okay.
Did you hear that on
Like
Pose?
in 91? I don't think that
You
was
didn't hear that. Now, if they want to put it in a Tony Braxton cut on this next album, this next episode next week, I'm here for it. Cause
there's a time jump.
I'm ready to get my life. Anyway, this song is that power ballad from another queen. Actually, she was the song For My Soul last week as well. So, Lamely, y'all about to get y'all life.
Oh Lord.
I had it all, but I let it slip away. Couldn't see that I treated you wrong. Now I wander around feeling down and cold, trying to believe that you're gone. Love takes time to heal when you're hurting so much. Couldn't see that I was blind to let you go. I can't escape the pain inside. 'Cause love takes time. I don't want to be here anymore. Losing my mind. Okay, that's all I'm going to give y'all.
Wow.
Love Takes Time. Came out in June 1990 and was also featured on last week's episode of Pose by none other than the incomparable, unreplaceable diva of all divas, Mariah Carey.
And she wrote the songs. Vocally arranged them.
Sang them as well. Sang the dog fuck out of them.
This should be track 7. This should be track 3.
So again, if you don't...
Executive producer fish.
If you heard the song on Pose last week and was like, oh, this is cute, go back and listen to the full song. This song is it. Love Takes Time. I ain't even going through no breakup, and it just still sends me. Love it. Love Takes Time. Song for myself.
The Lambs had also shared a radio interview that Mary J. Blige did during somewhere in history, where she referenced that song in which Mary admitted to Mariah. She said in the interview, she told Mariah, "Bitch, you raised us," and I was like, "Mary told Mariah? They both raised me.
Who raised you?
How old am I?"
A child. Again, like our affirmation said, you are
shout out to
still
Mary
a
J.
child.
Blige admitting that like that's one of her icons. Mariah is one of her icons.
As it should
Got
be.
her through a lot of tough times. So I'm like, well, Mary, you do it for me.
What are you here for?
Oh, let me see in my notes. I'm just so used to talking to you. I don't be knowing like, oh wow, we're recording a podcast. This week I'm here for Black creatives in television. Here comes the story. On shadowandact.com, make sure you guys support them. They have all the industry news for people of color. Shadow and Act.
Industry nudes?
News.
Oh, news. Damn.
Journalism. Essence Atkins, who starred on UPN's show Half and Half, discussed the, quote, gentrification process that happened back in 2006 when UPN had discovered their hit White show. And then all of a sudden, oh, America's Next Top Model is not coming back. Oh, Girlfriends is canceled. Whoops. Everybody hates Chris. This is the end of that series. So, right, Essence Atkins was saying, like, these networks really they find their audience with black people. Then they start introducing a white show here and there. Then all of a sudden, they become the CW. And then all the black shows that came on CW got canceled. And now all of a sudden, all you see is Melrose Place and 90210 and whatever. I don't even know what the girls are showing. Who knows?
90210 is back.
I don't know. They even brought Dynasty back. I don't even know what's going on. But the funniest of things to me was the first comment under Shadow and X Twitter share of the article was, Fox did the same shit. They got their viewers up with Martin, Living Single, and New York Undercover, and then threw that shit to the wayside afterwards. And I could not tell you honestly what comes on Fox right now. I don't know. I think
The Simpsons.
I think we were excited about the passage. It was about the little black girl that had little powers. And then like this white cop or something.
Oh, that Angela Bassett show you love.
Which one?
911 something.
Oh, I do love 911. See, I'm like, wow. See, I don't even remember that I don't like 911. I don't even know. I don't know what comes on Fox.
You watch that shit?
I don't know.
Okay.
So, but it was really like weird to me because I was like, I remember when UPN used to have all the black shows. We used to, girl, we don't know what channel what's going on tonight, but put it on channel 30 in Memphis. That was UPN. What was UPN in Detroit?
5.
See, look. So, but then they build all these shows, all these networks build their audiences with black people, and now black people. Shout out to these people on the digital platforms. We use VHX, Viz and Victor, or Vimeo, and we continue to produce crowdfunded shows. So I encourage you guys, if one of your favorite creators is one of your favorite creators is telling you to donate $3.99 for their show, donate $5.99 for $10 a month. You can continue to get Black and Sexy TV. You can continue to get HD Productions. What's the guy name that produced the one that made Rico Pruitt a hit? I forgot what his name was.
Cash De Niro.
Cash De Niro didn't make him. Damn it! What was that show? With him? Are you him? It was a question. I think it was. The ghetto.
I guess I might as well say it. At least it's not City Boys.
Shout out to City Boys DC. Their show was titled City Boys long before City Girls ever came about. I meant to have the conversation with you offline.
Oh, okay. I just saw that was triggered.
They had to restructure the show because people no longer wanted to be associated. Then they had to refilm and blah blah blah. There's things about that. The things about me, you just have to know. What's this song? Anyway.
Your friend on there is annoying as fuck. I hope that that's just a character he's playing.
I like a lot of them, so I don't know which one. Again, let's talk about this off the air. Shout out to City Boys DC. Tune in and support them as well. They are black creatives in our local market doing their thing. What's your
I am here for Centoya Brown.
Come on out. Literally, come on out. Come on out.
And so that is the good news coming out of Tennessee that I teased a little bit earlier. If you are unaware, Centoya Brown has officially been released after her clemency was granted by the Tennessee governor yesterday. She was just released.
Literally.
But what I am really here for is she has a deal with Netflix, a multi-million-dollar deal. Sis has been out one day, and she is making more money than me in my whole career. Of doing anything.
She got a book. They dropped the cover for the book. She done wrote the book while she was in the sale. They adapted it to the movie down to Netflix.
We're going to see her whole life story told on Netflix.
Let's go to Zara. Where do you go when you get out? Like, let's go to
not In-N-Out Burger, because In-N-Out Burger is now donating to the Trump presidency. So
I don't know. Where do I go? I got a book deal, and it's about to be adapted.
Papa Do's.
Where am I going when I get
Papa
out?
Do's. Yep.
Okay.
But I'm absolutely here for it. I want to see this story because if you are unfamiliar with Centoya's story, she was kidnapped, she was sex trafficked, for a long time, and at the age of 16, she got the gun from one of her. I don't know if you want to call
somebody
them pimps,
in his camp,
abductors, somebody that was doing some bad shit to her. He ain't a pimp because she didn't get no money. She was being sex trafficked, and they were keeping all the funds and stuff. Anyway, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, and so she was the rabbit. Centoya got the gun, and she took his ass the fuck on out of here.
He kidnapped me, and I had to kill him to get free. So now I'm being charged with, I think they charged her with second degree. Oh my gosh, my memory is horrible.
Murder. They charged her with murder and put her in jail for 15 years. And Kim Kardashian,
the online
LeBron
movement,
James,
the online movement first.
Rihanna.
We started the online. Well,
yes.
The people started the online movement. They got the attention of the celebrities, and then the celebrities started using their resources. Thank God for Jesus. The celebrities started using their power. And then in January, she was granted something.
Clemency.
But then they was like, well, we're going to let her out in August. Ma'am, it's January. Can you let her out while we're still wearing furs? Because I'm sure she want to go down to the place to get a fur. She got to wait till August. For what? Because she writing her book and she finalizing this Netflix deal.
And
okay.
That's
okay.
She needs
Shut
quiet.
My fat ass up. She needs space.
She needs quiet and space. And she definitely had that. But she's out now.
Hallelujah!
So not only does she have a book deal, not only does she have a Netflix deal, she also has a man.
Huh? All right.
She got a boyfriend.
Sweetie.
I'm sorry, excuse me. A husband.
Oh.
Excuse my fat ass. She has a husband.
Explain.
They met while she was in jail. They got out. She got married.
Life after life.
So people were questioning, like, how could she do that? I'm like, there's a whole TV show about how these how people do this. They meet them either when they in jail or right before they went to jail, and these people are still so in love or enamored with them, regardless of the crimes that they may or may not have committed. Some of them actually did that shit. Centoya. Anyway, got a husband. A husband, a Netflix deal, and a book deal. I'm here for the glow up.
Woo!
I'm absolutely here for it. And so now it has come time for our favorite part of the show.
Not mine. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love this little portion.
You see how these hosts be lying?
I'm trying to see if I can get a book deal out of it and a husband. Okay, I got to get 4 things.
3.
Get out of jail free.
Oh, okay.
That's one.
Well, she didn't get out of jail for free because they didn't pay her.
Did 15 years.
Okay, so sometimes when they...
Can she sue for...
She can sue, but she didn't get it automatically. So typically when your sentence get overturned, they will pay you for the time that you've been in jail. She didn't get a dime for those 15 years because...
Sweetie, I could use my lawyer fee. I could use my Netflix money to get that.
Or you just move forward. And just say, fuck that. I don't give a fuck about that. I got these many millions in front of me.
We're going to get a committee to study if we should move forward with the lawsuit. Look, Sandy can't get a committee. I can get one now. I can get a committee to investigate.
It is time for our last call. If you have alcohol available, please pour yourself a shot and take a shot with us.
Shout out to the Popeye's chicken sandwich.
So this ain't my last call because you're doing yours first. But if you are in the New York area, we're going to be there on the 24th, if you don't know yet, at Hell's Kitchen at 5 p.m.
Boxers.
Yeah.
Boxers in Hell's Kitchen.
Boxers in Hell's Kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah, in Hell's Kitchen.
You're like, in Hell's Kitchen? I'm like, girl, that's the whole neighborhood.
Come down there, wherever the loudest niggas is. That's what you know that we're over there. We will be giving out some free drinks.
Yeah.
Maybe some free merch. Maybe some lap dances.
Maybe.
So come out and enjoy the girls at our first ever official pop-up.
I'm so nervous. It's my birthday. Shout out to me. First day of Virgo, Lord Jesus. I know that's...
Y'all told us to pull up and now we pulling up, New York. Bring that same energy.
We saw the...
Don't run from me, friend.
Ooh.
Don't run from me, friend. What's your last call?
Link will be in the thingy down below. I know you usually say that link will be in the thing down below, but the tickets for the pop-up will be down there.
They free. Don't run from me, friend.
My last call goes to the bottom empowerment that jumped out. My friend, Saucy Santana, what's big on me other than my Chanel bag? Carisha, please. Carisha, please. You know, he's notable already in the community. He was performing his cult classic, because it ain't no Billboard hit. He was performing his cult classic, Walk 'Em Like a Dog, down to the South Carolina, on stage. When the sound went out,
and they still knew the words.
And the girls were still, walk 'em like a dog, walk 'em like a dog, walk 'em like a dog. And they went into the second verse. I was like, ooh, I don't know the second verse. And they went on and did the second verse, and when it got to the pre-hook, I was like, okay, I'm back. I was in my bed. I think I'm usually in my bed, Lord Jesus. I was in my bed like, okay, so we back pre-hook. If the baby mama getting on your nerves, and now she in distress, I was like, oh, bitch, I was feeling it. The bottom empowerment that jumped out, and that is very.
Do we know that he's a bottom?
Early signs of. When Nicki Minaj was back down there doing the Ustreams and checking in down to the clubs and had crowds going crazy. I've seen recent videos of Megan Thee Stallion at this point last summer down to Houston performing her songs.
Oh, she's already had
down to the festivals and things, the local garlic festivals that they weren't shooting up because Houston don't play that. If you got guns, we got guns.
It's open carry state.
Down to the Houston. So Megan Thee Stallion was down to the Houston acting up last year. Cardi B was. It's very early signs of someone who shows signs of a movement.
America not ready for a big black man.
Not just that. Not on that level, but the makings of. I've seen it before.
I think that America should be ready. I just don't think that they are ready.
If Saucy Santana can give us an EP with 6 or 7 cute little Walk 'Em Like a Dog-esque type songs.
I'm ready to support. I'm just saying.
For the bottom empowerment.
Okay.
He wears nails, the ladies in there. What you say? I don't even know all the words. I'd just be living. I'd be living and dying at the same time. And that's why it's my last call, because I'd be living, dying, here for it. Is he doing the right things with his
Well, do not die before this fucking pop-up, girl. This shit was expensive.
I gotta woo. So shout out to Saucy Santana and everything he's doing, performing down to the prides.
Work. I bet he's versatile though.
I'm versatile too.
Oh, we can put y'all together.
Secondly, because first of all, I'm like,
My last call this week is to the incomparable, the iconic, pioneering podcast, The Read.
oh,
The Read is coming to your TV screens on the Fuse channel, and I am absolutely here for it.
amen.
Our podcasting forefathers/mothers have a deal to bring their podcast from SoundCloud to TV screens across the world. And I couldn't be prouder to see them eat and win. A lot of times in this podcasting game, there's perceived hatred and or rivalries or shade or any and all of that bullshit.
False.
That is not the case. Definitely here with us and them. We recognize that The Read has inspired us to even come up with this podcast. And we appreciate the lane that was carved out for us to do this podcast by Kid Fury and Crystal. And I am so happy to see them get to this level of accomplishment and even further. And Fury has another TV show coming. TV show coming to HBO. So to think just talking into these microphones about how we feel about today's topics can push you to that level of influence and access, I can only admire and appreciate. So my last call is to The Read. Thank you guys for doing what you do, and we appreciate you so much. That is this week's episode of Here For It Podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening. We appreciate
Get your tickets to the pop-up.
All of your support. Come to the pop-up. Get some merch at Here For It shop right now. Get over to our Patreon if you would love to give us at least $1 for listening to this long-ass podcast that we had to work on. And make sure you subscribe and share with your communities. I am still the Superman, TheeSupaman, and I will be on the next episode of Clean Radio. Take your Truvada. The resistance will be televised.
I'm Ronald Matters. I thought do I get to say that part?
Sure.
My name is Ronald Matters, a.k.a.
I have to deal with this shit.
the Kim Kardashian of Bottom Reform. BKA. I want to be BKA something related to Star Wars. I need to do my nerd homework.
The real Skywalker.
Cool. Does he walk fiercely?
Sometimes.
Cool.
He's the best. He's the best at lightsaber fighting. So sword fighting, you can do that. Look at that.
I could. Yeah, it depends on if he's cute. Because I really use mine like that.
Okay. Thank you guys so much. Bye.